What up, though, y'all? This is Ami with The Real Visual Outlet, and as always, beside me, So. And today we have a special guest with us.
Oddball.
Oddball. What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah. Much, you know, cooling.
Cooling. Okay. Would you mind giving us your social media and where you're from?
My Instagram is @ThisIsOddball. It's the same for Twitter as well. Facebook, Oddball. And everything Oddball, basically. I'm from Detroit. 7 Mile, exact.
So what happened to your hair?
What happened to my hair?
Like some long
yeah.
First of all.
Them was the extendos.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was really.
Yeah, everybody thought that was my, you know.
I did. I was about to ask you like how long you been growing them, because I used to have dreads too for like 6 years, and I combed them out.
I think like a couple years ago my shit was that long though.
Okay.
Like for real.
Okay. Are you trying to get them back? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Is you freeforming or you twisting them?
Right now I just washed them, so that's why I look like that.
No, I ain't getting them. I mean, dreads is whatever anyway, but.
No, they I'm gonna go to the shop, man. I got this shop I'll be going to. Right now I just like had my auntie kind of just twist them up.
Oh, all right.
So, yeah.
So do you have like any special meaning behind your dreads or?
Yeah. I actually I don't call them dreads. I call them locks.
Locks.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like disrespectful to call them dreads.
Okay.
So like back in like way before like the white Jesus and shit. Way before the white Jesus and shit. Like basically like some of the stronger men in Africa had locks. So when Europeans came across them, they would dread to see them because they would die. So they called them dreads.
See, I didn't know all that history.
Yeah, so we call them locks because it's a spiritual meaning.
Oh, okay. I mean, because my brother, he has dreads too, and see, I don't see it that way. I just thought they looked cool, so that's why I put mine in. But
I mean, at first that's how it was too. I was like, man, I just thought they looked cool, and then like this lady, I think her locks, man, had to like go past her butt, like she had long ass locks and shit. Like, she was like, she taught me like all that shit behind
history.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Because I know he tells me like, don't put like certain things in them, like basically take care of them, you know.
Yeah.
There's a deeper meaning to them, but.
Yeah, a lot of dudes be around here with the stinky dreads.
No, I don't know that. Not the who had them dreads that was like locked together? Who was that? That
I think the freeform real dope too though. Like
the freeform?
The freeform, like I like.
I don't know. What's that rapper that had them dreads that was like stuck together?
Oh, you talking about the Weeknd?
Talking about Gunplay?
The Weeknd, was it the Weeknd?
The Weeknd.
Yeah, the Weeknd.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's freeform. That look
Gunplay's
crazy.
sweet too though. He got his freeform too. Them bitches sweet.
Oh, okay.
So there's a medicness.
Right.
All right, so we know that you left-handed.
Yeah.
So she left-handed as well. Y'all some rare ones.
Yeah.
But she wanted to see your handwriting too, just to throw that out.
Oh yeah. My cursive is better than mine. I got sloppy handwriting.
I do too. I was just wondering, like, is it like all left-handers that got like some weird ass handwriting or what?
Yeah, they say left-handers like are more like we use both sides of our brain. You know what I'm saying? So most left-handers are very artistic, and the reason for sloppy handwriting is the intelligence. You think too fast. You thinking faster than you write, or something like that.
We want to get a little snippet of that at the end of this, but we want to get a little snippet. Okay, tell us about your name, Oddball. How did you?
I got that because like my grandma always said I was like different and shit. So she's like, he gonna be treated different because you act different. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it came when I was like picking a rap name, because I used to go by Jovi because that's what all my uncles would call me and shit. But it was like this one rapper named Just One Jovi. Instead of just fighting a nigga over the name, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just pick another name. So I picked something that was like a reflection of myself. So I'm always the odd one out.
So why do you think you always the odd one out?
I don't know. I view shit different than other people.
I was gonna say, like, just hearing you speak, I mean, you sound different. Like, you sound very, very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Like, you read up on things and stuff like that.
Yeah. I just view shit different. Like, I don't let my emotions affect like how I view shit. You know, that's always, it is what it is. You know, a lot of people like to cover shit up, you know, and I just be like, man, it is what it is. Like, whether you a mama, auntie, if you ain't shit, you just ain't shit. That's just how it is. Like, you know, you're not gonna use your title to cover that up.
Yeah, we see that, you know, just by browsing through your Instagram, you know, you speak your mind, you know, and that's a beautiful thing, though, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we definitely get that from you.
Yeah.
So, tell us what it was like growing up in Detroit.
A lot of hands.
A lot of hands.
All these hands. You feel me? No, yeah. Growing up on the east side, though, like, it was crazy.
Where at on the east side, you said?
Grasher, Madeline.
That's where I grew up at, but I left there when I was like 11, and then I basically grew up in Taylor. So yeah, I'm a little different too. I ain't like all that hood or nothing like that.
Yeah, like a lot of people be like they think I'm from the suburbs because of the way I talk. Like my cousins used to always be like, "Yeah, you talk white." And I'm like, "Bro, I just know how to read." Like,
I was gonna say, what do you think about that when people say like, you talk white or you talk black? Like, what is that even really?
I think that's like self-hate. You know what I'm saying? Like, to say you talk white, you're putting them above you as if you're inferior to them. You know what I'm saying? So to say you talk white, I mean, like I had when I was talking with my investor in Illinois, you know, I guess they was more willing to give me the money because I'm able to speak. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, no disrespect. He was like, I've never heard, you know, a black man talk like how you talk. And I was like, well, it's more of a literal thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, in our environments, we have a lot of, we don't have a lot of resources, and sometimes people aren't able to, or don't want to get involved in those resources. Sometimes they put survival over trying to gain knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Which you can't blame them, you know what I'm saying? You know, and I dropped out of school for that simple fact. You know what I'm saying? It was either go to school or get some money. You know what I'm saying? If I go to school, I'm gonna be hungry.
You talking about high school or college?
High school.
High school. Okay.
High school. Yeah, I think I dropped out like as a junior, but I still was always, you know, I'm a reader. So.
And sorry, I don't want to step like too far into the questions, but I wanted to just bring this up. You said that you have an investor. So we did notice that you do book a lot of shows like in the States, and we see you going to Australia and stuff like that. So how are you able to kind of do that? Because we see a lot of artists when they go, like let's say to play for Jay-Z or like some of these other, you know, bigger people in the industry, and they play their music. No offense, but they be looking crazy when they be in there. Like this one guy I was looking at. He was with Birdman playing his song, and he was just in there, you know, with his shirt off. And it was just, he looked like he was on something. And I'm just looking at Birdman, like, I wonder what he's thinking when he see this man, like, doing all this stuff. So, how do you kind of book your events, and, like, how do you present yourself when you're booking your stuff?
Really, it's just the network. You know what I'm saying? If you're able to network, if you're able to speak in your lack thereof, you're able to make more things happen. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I don't necessarily get booked for events. I go actually rent the venue. I don't get the venue. I book myself, and then I book other artists to open up for me. So I mean, when I'm traveling around the States, like I've performed in Miami, Iowa, Illinois. A lot of different spots. This is my first time gonna be going out the country though.
You scared?
I'm more afraid of the flight, man.
The flight, that's what I'm talking about. You scared of the
Netflix and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't want the zombie apocalypse to happen while I'm in the air.
But look, at least you're going someplace like where they speak English.
Yeah.
So if you get lost or like something like that, you can
Here's
communicate.
a fun fact that I found out about Australia, because I was like on this like video call with the promoter, and she's a white woman, but they don't call us black over there, they call us Aborigines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they have the blonde hair and the blue eyes. And
so they call us. Like so she said before each show they give thanks to our ancestors. And I said, wow, that's crazy, because they don't like us over here. Right. That's crazy, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, she was like, yeah, we love black people over here. You know what I'm saying? So they call us Aboriginals and shit. I was like, yeah, somebody gets it.
Right.
Somebody gets it, man. You know? You know what I mean? Like, somebody gets it. Like, because if you break down the word human, it's not, it's man with a hue. It's originally spelled H-U-E. M-A-N, human. So it's a man with a hue, and Caucasians would be mankind, a kind of a man. They're subhuman to us.
Damn, you teaching me some stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
About to read up some stuff now.
Man, I'm telling you, bro, it's that shit is power, man. Like, and a lot of people don't like it, man. When you like, if you know what you're talking about and you can, back it up. They don't like that shit. They don't like it.
That's what's up. It's glad to see someone is actually, abreast on that.
Yeah. The music's pretty dope too. I got some dope ass music.
So let's get into that.
So yeah, how did you get into music?
I was I always liked music. The first artist that made me want to rap was probably LL Cool J.
What?
Yeah.
That's actually different. I've never heard that.
Man, LL Cool J got bars. It's crazy as hell. Like, what was the song? LL Cool J is hard as hell. That's the joint right there. Yeah, that's the joint right there. And basically, like, I started out writing poems and shit, cause I ain't know my pops. You know what I'm saying? So I was always asking like what my pops was. So I just like write poems to like kind of like vent. You know what I'm saying? So I started, when I heard LL Cool J, I started wanting to rap and shit. So I started like freestyling and shit, and like battle rapping in the lunchrooms. But most of the time it was just like the vent. I got more into it after I went to foster care. You know what I'm saying? I was a foster child and shit, and so that's how I vented, I started recording music when I was like 14.
Okay.
Just like dropping unofficial like mixtapes on YouTube and shit. And then I went to like artist development when I had got out of the clink. I was used to sell drugs and shit, so I had got out the clink or whatever. So I started taking it more serious, and I went to pay for my artist development, started my own publishing company and things of that nature.
Okay.
Take it from there. That's by the way. Anybody need artist development? Tap in with me. I got you.
For sure.
Nothing's for free though.
How do you feel like being from Detroit has shaped you as an artist?
I think definitely we gotta hustle harder. We gotta hustle way harder, man, because we don't have like, even if you got on the radio here in Detroit, like there's no labels here to listen. You know what I'm saying? So even if you did get on the radio, it's not like I was on the radio when I was like 19. My first single was on, it ain't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like people think like when you get to the radio, that's where it is, but we're in a whole different, you got people that was platinum before they even hit the radio. You know what I'm saying? So
I think we're honestly in a new age now. Back then you hit the radio, you in. Yeah. Nowadays you can hit the radio, it's still no buzz for you really.
It's all about the numbers.
It's all about, social media and basically pushing yourself. You really have to grind nowadays. Yeah. It's all you. You got to put in that legwork. What are some artists that have influenced you?
Tunchi, for real. Like Lil Wayne, like when I was growing up, because when I was growing up, like Lil Wayne was the man, you know what I'm saying? So like that nigga, that was my dog right there. I think him mostly, but a little bit of I was like a huge Tupac fan at first. Like I got his pitch a little bit, so people always be like, man, you kind of sound like Pac and shit. So I've always tried to throughout my career, try to stray away from sounding like that, you know what I'm saying? But Pac and definitely Jay-Z. Jay-Z, dope as hell. And I think people slept on 2 Chainz too. 2 Chainz is...
2 Chainz? Kitty boy?
Yeah. Rocco too, man. Rocco, man, that was that dude, man. Yeah, I still be listening to his shit.
So do you feel like as an artist today that image is more important than talent?
No, because I gotta think about that question. Is image more important than talent?
Nowadays.
Yeah. I think people buy into the image a little bit too much. To where people actually trade respect for attention. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, definitely.
So do you think, you being an artist, do you push your image more or, your talent more?
I mean, not really, cause I ain't ugly. So.
Tell them, let them know.
Some niggas is ugly, so I can focus on my talent. You feel me? No, hell no. Like, I do what I want to. I dress the way I want to. I just find it fun. Like, I woke up to this morning, like, somebody posting, boycott Gucci. Nigga, you can't even buy Gucci, fam. I don't even wear, I've been boycotted. I don't even wear Gucci. You know?
I mean, some of the people who wear it, they can only afford it at least one time. You know?
Right.
They buy it one time, and that's about it.
Nigga stay putting that shirt over his belt, above his belt, so they can see Gucci.
Exactly. So you were on Shade 45 Sirius XM.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. I did that like 7 times last year.
So how was that?
It was dope.
So tell us about your affiliation with Unique Detroit.
Yeah, though I don't like them guys, man. No, I'm just playing. That's my so I met you. I kind of forgot how I met Rico because I be drunk. So.
You be drunk?
Yeah, I be low as hell.
Every time we meet him, we be blown.
Yeah.
What you be doing, man?
I either do cognac or tequila.
Oh, yeah.
So if I do tequila, I do like Avion or Don Julio, shit like that. But on the yak tip, probably like either Hennessy or Douce.
Okay. So next time you up here, we gonna have some of that dark liquor for you.
For sure.
All right.
Man. Shit, I forgot the tequila on the table. I was gonna drink with dog. Yeah, I met.
Tell us about those guys you don't like.
You think so? Yeah, man. I think it's 2 of them. The light skinned nigga, he don't never come out. Phelps the producer and shit, man. He dope. He a dope ass producer. We was, they took an interest in my talent, and besides the business though, we just cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, they cool as fuck, man. They do their job. You know what I'm saying? They don't gotta do, we don't gotta do much for me, man. Just handle my business. That's it.
So that's basically management.
Yeah, they manage me. Okay.
So the Nation's ENT. Touch on that for us.
Yeah, that's my label.
It's your label.
Yeah.
And you have a production company.
A publishing company. Oddball Nation Publishing.
Tell us about that. How was it, creating that?
It was hard. I mean, like, you gotta pay taxes on your business, and it was hard. But I had to learn how to publish and do all those things that a lot of people can't do. You know what I'm saying? So what I do is, like, when I go to copyright my music, I copyright it and then I sell it to my publishing company. That's for, like, originally it was for my daughter, but now I got a son on the way, so now I got to split it between them two. But yeah, they gonna have it basically. It's for them. A lot of people need to start doing shit. See, as black people, we never, like, when my mama died, I ain't gonna get shit. You know what I'm saying? My daddy died, I ain't gonna get shit. When they people die, they ain't gonna get shit. We need to start having generational wealth. So the whole thing behind me is when something happened to me, they had something that they could fall back on. You know what I'm saying? That's the main goal. So that's why I started Oddball Nation Publishing, to be able to own the masters and the rights to my music. You know what I'm saying? That way my kids have something that they can fall back on. They own the masters. If everything blows up, then they have something valuable to hold on to.
I think that's very important and essential, especially for black people. Nowadays we don't have none of that. We live paycheck to paycheck, and
man, I can't wait till I ain't
trying to get out the mud.
After I come back from Australia, I'm gonna be living paycheck to paycheck.
There you go. There you go. We all on a mission. I like that. Tell us about your project, Wave Lord.
Yeah. So when I was recording that album, I had some chicken. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was up 30 bands. I was wilding the fuck out. So I was like, man, I'm about to drop this wavy shit. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to, because my album before that, Influenza, it was like all bars. Like, I mean, like, the hooks was dope too, but like, I was really, So with the Wave Lord joint, I kind of wanted to show, like, nigga, I could do what y'all doing, but just better. You know what I'm saying? I could bring some wavy shit with the bars. So, Wave Lord was just like about me just having fun with the music. Not being so serious all the time. You know what I mean?
Okay. What's something that you want your audience to get from your music? To gain from
relief. Like you could put on you could just put on my music and just be like, man, I'm about to just listen to this shit. It's what? You feel me? Just get some relief from the shit. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy it. I just want them to enjoy it. That's all. You know, I ain't in that stage where, you know, I drop gems and jewels here and there, but I ain't in that stage. I ain't in my Jay-Z stage yet. You know what I'm saying? To where I want to drop. You know, you can't, like Malcolm X said, you gotta spoon feed them. You gotta bird feed them a little bit. You can't just, as soon as you get to kicking knowledge, now you Talib Kweli. I ain't trying to be all that. I ain't trying to be all that.
Okay. So we see you have a concert coming up March 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that.
I pay for the venue, so I'm gonna book myself for it. I'm booking some artists to open up for me, and
can you name a few artists that you thinking about?
Trippy Trey, he's from out in Westland. Hollywood Steve, he from Detroit. Like those two artists I'm thinking about signing. Actually.
Okay.
And who else just asked me to can I jump on? I think it was somebody from out of town, man. I be forgetting this shit. I was trying to, you know, at this point, like, as far as that show, like, a lot of people charge artists to get on the bill. I ain't doing that. I'm actually gonna pay them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They just gotta sell tickets. You know, we gotta ensure that there's bodies in the building. But
right.
I basically wanted to do that show before I leave to Australia. You know what I'm saying? Like a little press run and shit. I actually just got booked for Club Blue for March 6th too. Somebody after just booked me for that.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Tell us what your goals are for 2019.
Platinum record.
Platinum record.
I need to deliver to my producer a platinum plaque. My engineer need to get that platinum plaque. My management company need to get that platinum plaque. I need that platinum plaque on my wall, man. that and up my digits again. I was up 6 figures last year. I need to be up again.
Well, the year just started, so.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When you get money, man, like when you ain't never had nothing and you get some big money, boy, you go crazy. You hear me? Like you be
yeah, cause you said you had 30
racks.
30 racks. What'd you do with that money?
Man, shit, fucked it all.
Did it last you 2 weeks? Or did you spread it out a little more?
I was mad. I think I spent that shit in like 3 months.
3 months.
In the summertime.
Dang, man, you acting like them SSI people, man. They get the money on the first and go on the third, man.
I'm talking about.
No.
I was just out, man. I bought whole shoes. Just good, crazy.
But look, you know what? That's actually all right, though.
I did invest it. And I invested more than half of it back though. That's why I got so much music. Because I invested it back in myself, like, you know what I'm saying, videos, promo, studio time. Like I was buying blocks of studio time. You know what I'm saying? Like he go $300 for the month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He go $1,000, I need 3 videos out you. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas ate off me though. Studio niggas ate, they ate for real.
But yeah, when you get that money again, you gonna be right by.
This time I'm gonna buy back the block. You feel me? Go buy some land and shit. For real, man. I'm about to come buy some shit up and shit for real. Because you know gentrification is real, so you got to get your hands on it before they do.
You thinking about in Detroit or just anywhere?
Definitely Detroit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta rehabilitate the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why niggas is out here shooting each other because ain't nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? Remember when we was growing up, we had recreation centers and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At least nigga could go play some basketball or something. You know what I'm saying? But nah, nigga ain't shit to do. Nigga ain't nothing but to do but to hunt ops. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's keeping niggas, man, I'll tell you, the only thing that's really keeping niggas alive for real is music. Like music, like that's what. But a lot of people don't know, like we use hip hop as a stepping stone. Like me, I got about 10 years left of this shit. You know what I'm saying? As far as recording and shit. You know, when I'm done, I'm gonna have somebody else run the label. I'm just gonna be the CEO. I want to do other shit like, you know, get into real estate. And, you know, like I said, rebuilding the hood, man. Put some rehabilitation centers and recreation centers in the hood and shit. You know what I mean? Like rebuild. Like I want to get into teaching. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to teach because I like to talk. I'm a talking ass nigga, especially when I get drunk. I'm like some nigga. So the equation of pop, right?
Get the sound of philosophical
Man,
and all that.
Yeah, philosophical like the word.
Is you working on like anything new for 2019?
Yeah. I got an album. I'm working on called The Lord's Way. Not the, but it's Lord's Way. It's I got 2 singles that I'm about to put out. I got one called Something to Prove. That's produced by Young Trap from Pittsburgh and Electo. I got a lot of I guess I'm a producer's best friend. I love producers. Like I get them from everywhere. They just send me shit, killing shit. So my album Lord's Way, I got that coming out.
You have any release dates or anything like that? Or you still working on it?
Lord's Way would probably be like sometime in the winter. But before that, I got a mixtape that I'm gonna be coming out with in the fall called Marlo Stanfield. I don't know if y'all know who Marlo Stanfield is. You never watched The Wire?
Like, I watched The Wire, but I was little. I was small. I was in 3rd grade.
I ain't never seen it, so enlightened.
The Wire?
I ain't never seen it.
That's like it's based on a true story, like out of Baltimore. And they was like getting busy down there, like drug dealing and all that shit. But Marlo Stanfield was like this. He was like the young cat, and he took over the west side of Baltimore and shit. But he like a real smart dude, but he a hood nigga. So I kind of, my manager was like, he was like, bro, you remind me of Marlo Stanfield. You know what I'm saying? So we should probably do it now. I was like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? So we got that, and then. Something to Prove, that song could be out probably in a couple months. I think that's my platinum record though.
That's the one.
That's it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
And that's your goal for 2019, finally.
Yeah,
so
I think that's the one.
You're releasing it and you getting it.
I thought Wavy was. I thought that was gonna be my platinum record, but.
Well, you got some good numbers with it. So.
Yeah.
They just saying it wasn't on the way. That's all.
Yeah. I mean.
It was.
It'll come back, man. It'll come back, you know.
And just keep grinding. That's what it's about.
I'm not too much into the, like, me, I always wanted to be different. Like, I don't like I love Detroit, you know what I'm saying? I just don't like that flow that they be doing. Like, nigga, it's like they wrote the song before they got the beat. The beat just get all the way away from them. Like, man. Gotta hawk that motherfucker down. Niggas can't just ride the beat. Shit.
Well, you know, I hear some artists, you know, say that, they'll write before, they get the beat. Or, so you obviously.
No, I mean, sometimes I write songs before I even get the production, but.
You get better
match it.
I could stay on beat. I mean, I was also in a band class, so, I mean. I played the saxophone for a little bit. It's 1, 2, 3.
Come on now.
You got it, man. You got this, man.
Which one?
I mean, one of the Detroit artists that I really liked that was All Star Jr. That's my dog.
So you like All Star Jr.?
Hell yeah, that nigga going. That's my nigga, dog. That nigga be going. My favorite album is Cases Pending. That's my shit. I got that in the whip right now. Anytime I'm on my bullshit, I just put that CD in, hit the freeway. Second time around, get it bad, break it down. Jury, let's bust it down. This money shit come around. It's my nigga, dog. And then we going.
So that's your favorite rapper in the city?
In the city, yeah, All Star Jr. Yeah, that's my favorite rapper in the city.
Okay. That's what's up. Okay, do you have any shout outs you would like to give?
Oh yeah, Tone Sweet Tooth. And Tough Tone. That's my nigga. Y'all know who Tough Tone is?
I know Tough Tone.
Okay, yeah, that's my nigga. I don't really fuck with nobody, so no.
Shout out. Anything you want to let your audience, you know, say to your audience?
Yeah, man, check out Wave Lord. It's hot, man. Go check that out. But shout out Rose Pierre out of New York. Shout out my guy King Fly out of Iowa. Shout out Trizzy Santana, Miami. Shout out my nigga Phelps, Thermo Flame. Stanley Nicks, that's one of my artists. My dude Brian S, the president of my company. Shout out Jay Rico, wherever he at.
He didn't want to show up today.
Yeah, he didn't want to show up because he a buster, bro. I mean,
don't make me check pressure eyes.
he think he should night.
Fuck shit like nigga.
Tell them about the upcoming events you have.
March 15th, I'll be at the Diesel Concert Lounge. March 6th, I'll be at Club Blue. And in April, I take off for an international tour in Australia. The American Royalty Tour.
All right, and if y'all want to get more information on that, make sure y'all hit up his Instagram page. We'll have that in this video. And we want to thank you for coming out to the Real Visual Outlet, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Get you together like all the way. Yeah, you can get it. Like right now. Wave, Lord.
Living life. YOLO. Ain't no coming at thermo. That's my bro. Talk crazy to graves. That's a no-no. I fuck with Roto. Rock with Fineo. We always thick. But we ain't dolo. You gon' try to trip? You must be slow, bro. Trap my guy, play and get tagged for your Toto. Worry squad, that's my lord. I'm in Gomo. Uncle Silk, that's my guy, that's my brodo. Mac Chone and me keep me on my toes though. Stanley Nicks, ready to hit you with the fofo.